What is up, YouTube? It is Tuesday morning. We are 3.4 weeks out from the show. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, 3 weeks from tomorrow, I will be, by this time, already at the airport with my dad, and I'm hoping that we're boarding the plane by now, but I believe the flight is supposed to be taking off at 11:30, 11:40, so it's 10:40 right now. So yeah, I'm hoping we'll at least be boarding or close to boarding. It's wild to think about, but slept well last night, luckily. So that was nice. I took out the melatonin out of my sleep stack, and then I added in magnolia bark extract and valerian root extract. So it's supposedly it's more of a natural kind of like knock you out herbs and keep you asleep, but they also don't make you feel groggy in the mornings or like tired. Now this morning I definitely could have continued to sleep for longer, but that's probably just some sleep debt from the night before. But once I got up and got going, injected some NAD, which is what I've been doing pretty much this entire prep. My prep going into last show, I didn't do injectable NAD, not for any particular reason. I just didn't know about it really, and I didn't know how beneficial it would be. So right now I'm doing 100 milligrams pretty much as soon as I wake up, and supposedly, according to my research, you're supposed to wait like 15 to 30 minutes before injecting any other kind of mitochondrial aid, because it allows the NAD to like begin the process of not healing, but manipulating the mitochondria of the cell. Definitely not an expert. All I know is that at 100 milligrams, as soon as I wake up, and that's before like I do my morning cocktail, like my morning drink. That's so I go to the bathroom, weigh myself, NAD shot. And the only thing you gotta be careful is, and I've learned the hard way a couple times, is if you're gonna pen like in your lats, make sure you don't hit a vein. Well, make sure you don't hit a vein pretty much anywhere, but I feel like in the lats, I don't pin in the quads at all. Make sure you don't hit a vein, because it will, even at 100 milligrams, it will feel like you're going into anaphylactic shock. Get a crazy like flushing sensation. You get a crazy like you can't catch your breath sensation. It doesn't feel like your throat's closing per se, but the last time that it happened was actually last week, because I normally either pin it in like ventral glute, upper glute, or delts, and for whatever reason I decided to do in my lats for this one particular shot last week, and apparently I hit a vein, because within 10 seconds I'm doubled over the bathroom sink counter. I'm literally like white knuckling the countertop because I'm grabbing it so hard, and I'm doing the maternity in labor breathing, like the just so I wouldn't pass out, because it feels like you're gonna fucking drop. But luckily that didn't happen. Yeah, I think that was the day that my kids were at their grandparents' house the night before. So literally no one was home but me and the dog. So that would not have been good. But anyways, the NAD has been a game changer. I normally do 100 milligrams, like I said, as soon as I wake up. If it's a training day, I'll do it as part of my pre-workout. And if it's an off day, pretty much damn near feel when I need to do another shot in an off day. It's normally like midday. So let's say on a normal off day, I wake up 8 or 9 a.m., do that first dose, and then around like 2 or 3, hit another dose. It's been, like I said, a game changer. My first prep, I would have what I call death days. So you literally, you just feel so damn drained and so low energy, because you are, that you're literally just sitting on the couch. And my go-to example is like, you're sitting on the couch and you're like, oh shit, I left the TV remote over there across the room, and it's only like literally on the other side of the couch, but you would have to get up to go get it. And on death days, you kind of just stare at the remote and you contemplate, how bad do you actually need to go get the remote? Those are what I call death days. It wasn't like every day during my last prep that I was having those, but in this prep with the NAD and all the other mitochondrial stuff that I've been doing, I've had zero death days. So I'll just kind of go through my quick morning little peptide injection cocktail. So I do the NAD, then I go make my morning drink, start drinking that, take my morning supplements, which include, the common prep orals, Clen, Arimidex just on shot days, so that's just 3 days a week. I also take, mainly because I'm taking a lot of these because I'm doing fasted cardio in the morning. So anyways, some of the oral prep drugs, Clen, SLU PP 332. Clen right now is 80 micrograms in the morning, except on leg days. I don't take it on leg days. SLU, I'm running my own little experiment. Most dosages is anywhere from 250 micrograms to 500 micrograms, up to 3 times a day. I've been taking SLU, took it during last prep, but doing my own little mini experiment to see what 3 milligrams does per day. Been doing that for the past 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm actually taking a milligram with my morning, with all my other morning supplements and stuff. I just took out methylene blue. I was taking that. Then I heard an interesting perspective from Dr. Todd Lee about his knowledge from Scientific Snitch was that methylene blue, apparently at any dose, can essentially cause cancer. From what I remember him saying in a podcast with on the Transparent podcast, Niall, can't remember his last name. I'm sorry, dude. But is it Niall or Lyle? Shit, I really fucked that up. It's the Transparent podcast. I've only started recently watching it, so I'm not super familiar with the host's name. I'm sorry. But anyways, I just recently took out methylene blue. Doing MOTS-C. That's not an oral, it's an injectable. 1 milligram of that first thing in the morning. I was doing oral 5-amino 1-MQ. Then I got my hands on some injectable 5-amino 1-MQ. And like with most of these drugs, the injectables have a better bioavailability because you're bypassing the first round of liver breakdown. So for that, I'm taking between 1.5 milligrams and 2 milligrams per injection, so which is twice a day. Let's see. In my morning, I'm also doing 500 micrograms of HGH frag pre-cardio. Let's see, what else? Trying to think of the stuff that I do first thing in the morning that's exciting and not just, boring supplements. Like ubiquinol, take 100 milligrams of that morning, because that's the bioavailable form of CoQ10. And the ubiquinol I take several times a day, so 100 milligrams in the morning, 400 milligrams pre-workout, and then another 100 milligrams at night. The past week and a half, I'd say 10, maybe 14 days, started also taking mirabegron. So that is and now I'm just regurgitating, I don't understand the science fully, but it is a beta-3 agonist, beta-3 energic agonist. I might be fucking that up. So I'm taking that as a stack with all the other stuff, obviously, but for the beta oxidation stuff, so the brown fat oxidation, which is the fat you want to burn, Soma Chems has a product called I don't know what the Soma Chems product's called now, because when it was Amino Asylums, it was called Pyro. I don't know what the new name is called, because they had to change the name. But anyways, in that injectable, it's for 1 milliliter, which is what I do. It's 2 milligrams of albuterol and 5 milligrams of yohimbine. Yohimbine's interesting for me because I can do injectable all day long, and it doesn't make me feel like shit. If I do 5 milligrams of oral yohimbine, like, I literally can't do anything. Like, your stomach, it just gives me bubble guts, makes me just feel like awful, like death. Like, I don't want to do anything. And again, I only know that because I'm learning the hard way and experimenting. But so my little beta energic cocktail or combination is that injectable pyro because it has the albuterol, 2 milligrams, the Clen, which is more or less beta 2. They have some overlap at certain dosages. And then the mirabicron, which is a beta 3. So I'm hitting all 3 different pathways. And the mirabicron, I'm only doing 100 milligrams total daily, so 50 pre-cardio and then 50 pre-workout. For training days, non-training days, I just do another dose midday, kind of with all my other stuff. Oh, some other orals that I've started is Winstrol. That's nothing new. I did that last prep. Proviron. The Winstrol is currently at 25 milligrams, so pretty low. I think that's just either meal 1 or first thing in the morning. Proviron, pretty sure it's 50 milligrams meal 1, 50 milligrams meal 5. Anavar's in the mix, 25 milligrams pre-workout and 25 milligrams meal 5. Cialis for blood flow, heart and blood pressure. Actually doing decently high dose for that. 20 milligrams first thing in the morning, 20 milligrams pre-workout. Could probably cut back, and I probably wouldn't even notice a difference, but it's just in my stack. So obviously test base, so doing test and enthate. Right now it's just 450 a week, splitting it up 3 doses 3 times, so 150 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Masteron is in there, 600 milligrams a week. If I had to guess, here in the next week or so, tests will probably drop some. I'm just going based on what happened last time. Tests will drop some, because towards the end we were only at 200 milligrams a week. Only. That's still upper end like TRT. Without, 200 milligrams a week was like the lowest I had been on in like a year and a half. But I don't know if the mass is going to go up. And then been doing some tren acetate. I started that at about, I want to say around 7 or 8 weeks out, but I started pretty low dose because it was my first time taking it. Yeah, my coach doesn't know I'm taking it. But bodybuilders, and we want to experiment. But I started out 20 milligrams a day, pretty much just because I'd never taken it. I was just doing my own research, and that was pretty much the dosage that I found was like a reasonable place to start, to see what would happen, how your body reacts, and that kind of thing. And week by week, or 10 or 14 days or so, I've titrated up, and then I'll give myself like a week and a half, see what happens. Because this is my first time running it, so compared to my last prep, I feel like with all the mitochondrial enhancers and not having any death days, I feel like my fuse, more or less, is about the same. Yeah, some days I definitely have a shorter fuse than others, but I don't know if that's just prep in general, because of food is low, output's high, because I don't feel like I have, like, you know, trend rage, or, you know, whatever they want to call it. But then again, I'm, you know, normally I'm a pretty chill, relaxed dude in general. So, but yeah, now I'm up to 60 milligrams a day for that. And so far, so good. I feel like it's helped a lot. Body composition. And I don't really, maybe it's just because I'm a bigger dude, but I've even at any of the dosages, I haven't really noticed like that, what everyone talks about, like just that, like that extra drive in the gym. So I don't know if it's because calories are low, you know, but based on the research I've done, I only ever intend to run it in prep. I feel like that's the only time it would be appropriate to run that drug, and only like up to 8 weeks out. But that's me, and that's like what I've seen in the research I've done. Talked about this before, but I'm also taking retatrutide. But the Reta that I'm taking is actually Omegatide from Chase Iron's website, Omega Aminos. I don't have a discount code or anything for that, but he takes in one 15 milligram vial. He takes 12.5 milligrams of Reta and combines it with 2.5 milligrams of cagrilinotide, or CAG for short. I'm just going to call it CAG and Reta. So the Reta is more, in my opinion, more slight appetite suppression. Definitely, because I've taken Reta solo, so I can speak from both sides. Reta for me had more of an effect for gut motility and just feeling fuller faster than necessarily appetite suppression. This is just my experience. Everybody experiences it differently, and I wouldn't have to run that high of a dose. I would only have to run, like, I think the highest I ran last prep was like 1.5 milligrams to like 1.8 milligrams per week. But I still had a decent amount of food noise. Nothing like crazy. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna eat, you know, all the cookies I can find. But Jesus, traffic sucks. Now taking the Omegatide with the CAG in it, food noise is zero. Like, on this next check-in with Ross, like I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, can we switch meal 1 to just a shake or something, and maybe meal 5 too, because these past 2 nights I didn't even eat my last meal. Number one, the timing of my day is all jacked up now that I'm back at work. My kids are back in school. I mean, this morning I did my 30 minutes of fasted cardio. I split it up like I said I was gonna do. So 15 minutes on the Stairmaster, 15 minutes of high incline fast treadmill walking. Still keeping my heart rate between 120 and 130, and so I get done with my 30 minutes, you know, I make my meal, not huge. 7 ounces of chicken and 80 grams of rice. Like, that's the entire meal. And it took me over 30 minutes to eat it, because I'm just literally not hungry. And not only am I not hungry, like the Retta makes you full so quickly. It's almost like a chore to eat, on top of, and this is based on some research that I was doing when I was researching the sugar diet. There's a hormone release, it's called GDF-15. It's released very, very commonly after you work out. You have intense workouts or cardios. It's that feeling of like you don't want to eat, like your body's like having to like send you a signal like, hey dude, like we just did something intense, let's calm down before we try to put anything in our body. So that's been happening, and it's a pretty strong effect and feeling after this first cardio session in the mornings. Like I said, to the point where I can't even get down 7 ounces of chicken and 80 grams of rice, which if you're just watching this for entertainment and you're not actually a bodybuilder, 80 grams of rice is literally like this much, and it's only like that thick. It's literally like 2.5 scoops, or like 2.5 tablespoons. It's not a whole lot. My food tastes good. I mean, I use, flavor gang sauces to cook with. Code Zach. I do have a code for that. But, it's just, it's almost a chore to eat that first meal. And then, like I said, the past 2 nights, I haven't even eaten the last meal. Because the way I've been having to split up my cardio is 30 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes right after I work out, and then 20 minutes at some other point in the day, which has normally been like after work, at the end of the night. Like last night, put my kids in bed, and then about 9 o'clock started my cardio, and I broke it up again. 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, 10 minutes on the spin bike, and that was it. Same thing though, kept my heart rate where it's supposed to be. But afterwards, man, I was just like, bleh. And I still had one more meal to eat, or I was supposed to. And, there's just no way I could have. I mean, I could have, but I would have had to wait probably another half hour to actually, make the meal, number one. Number two, get remotely hungry just to eat it. By that time, it's probably 10 p.m. And I do not sleep well if I go to bed with food in my system, especially within an hour and a half. I do not sleep good. And that's what happened. I believe that's one of the reasons why I slept like shit Sunday night. Because my meal timing was all fucked up. Kind of combined 2 meals at the end of the night. And I ate at 9 p.m. and then tried to go to bed at 10:30. So it is interesting. This Retta CAG combination, it's very effective. There's some days, I could have easily not eaten breakfast this morning and probably would have been totally fine. Yeah, so if somehow Chase Irons watches this video, you did a good job. This shit works, man. And I've been on it for, I'd have to look back at my notes, but I've been on it for a while. I think pretty much ever since we actually started dieting back down after my last show. Pretty sure that's when I started it. Moving forward, I'm definitely only going to use Omegatide for prep, though. That's for damn sure. And then if I do, I probably will stick with Retta in the off season, but like super small dose, like 0.5 milligram a week or something, just to get the glucagon benefit. So those that you don't know, Retta is a triple agonist. So it has a GLP, a GIP, and a glucagon components. So glucagon is what helps you improve your insulin sensitivity, which in the grand scheme of things will help you build muscle. It'll help you actually utilize and partition the nutrients correctly, especially in the off season when food is higher and you're trying to gain muscle tissue. And it should keep your midsection tighter in theory. Since you're increasing insulin sensitivity, you should be decreasing insulin resistance, which will put, less strain on your liver. It'll cause less visceral fat growth. So I think Retta, SLU, trying to think what else I might run just year round, just at, different dosages. Yeah, as far as the abstract stuff, of course, Test and Masteron, I've been running those two, almost 2 years now. So, but anyways, today is Tuesday, so that means it is back day. I'm actually wearing sleeves for once to work out in. I don't know if you guys saw that, noticed that. It's one of the new Alpha Elite Drop 4 items. It is the mineral tea. So you guys will see it in the video later. But I don't know if you can tell, on the back it says Alpha Elite across the shoulders. Freaking Simon Galifiant, or Goliath, as he's called on social media. He was wearing his Instagram story today, and I made the comment saying I was gonna wear mine for back day today because he was wearing his, literally the same color. And I said, but it hides all, hides all my gains, hides all the hides all the shreds. And he was like, you should wear it so you can sweat more, get a new low. And I was like, fuck, you're right. So he made me do it, so we'll see. I don't know. Not a big fan of training with sleeves on or oversized shirts, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna finish my pre-workout. Yeah, that's another thing. Retta and CAG and all these other shit. My perfusion is so much better. So perfusion is like how well your body holds on to water, like how well the cells of your body hold on to water. So it might be the SLU, because there's some research saying that it's kidney protective and can actually be kidney healing. So I have noticed since I've started taking that, I don't sweat as much. I'm not as thirsty as I once was. So like before, Ross in some plans sometimes would make me cut water to like 200 or we used to be at 256 for a very long time. Then he made me cut to 200, and that like 56 ounce change was like brutal whenever he first did it. I wasn't taking SLU back then. And I kind of just put that together, like literally right now. That might be the SLU. But yeah, of course I get like thirsty, but like it's also a side effect of Retta sometimes is since gastric motility is slowed down, your body doesn't want to drink more water because it doesn't want to take more stuff in, just in general. But yeah, I don't sweat as much as I used to, which is nice because I literally just used to be that big sweaty dude 24/7, and no one likes being that guy. But anyways, gonna finish this pre-workout, go in, warm up, hit this back day, do my 20 minutes cardio after, and just trying to check off the daily boxes just like every day, and try to not get too overhyped about the show, but you know, it is hard since we're so close. And I'm watching this dude trying to make a U-turn in this parking lot in a semi. But anyways, all right, Tuesday, whatever you're training today, train hard, you know, push it to failure, whatever that means to you. Yeah, let's get after it.